Hi, I am Legendary Damon, and you are watching According to Manwe.
What's going on? It's your main man, Manwe, and I'm here with the one and only Legendary Damon. For y'all don't know, you people who are in like Minnesota or in like, Jacksonville, Mississippi.
I like those towns.
I'm all for, Jacksonville gets down. But this is the man who you see all the time. He's with everybody, every celebrity. He breaks every recording artist to the world, and his parties are the ones to be at. If you're not there, you're not cool enough. My first question is, from Detroit. When, what was going to Detroit? I mean, how was your childhood? Were you only child? Or
I have an older brother. I was always a creative person, I think, obviously. But I say I love being from Detroit, being raised from Detroit, and then moving to New York. In that order was great. Moved to New York when I was 18.
Okay.
Detroit gives you really strong work ethic, really good morals, and you go to New York and you get you have all that, and a lot of people don't naturally instinctually have that. I think being raised in Detroit, you learn that for sure.
Right. So now you're in New York, and now was it always parties? Was that your goal? Was that your?
No, I mean, I don't think anyone makes it their goal.
Right.
I want to be, the president or what I do. It's interesting because I started working at nightclubs in Detroit when probably I was about 16, and I loved it. I definitely loved it. Moved to New York. And I just kind of continued working in nightclubs. It was just kind of what you were doing at that time and that age. And it just kept going and going and going. My first job in New York was at this club called The Limelight, and I did the guest list, which was a big deal in that era. I would give someone, it was just a really big deal at the time. And it was so much crazy things happening, and it was kind of I was 18, so I thought it was normal, but it was not normal.
It was not normal.
This is normal, but it wasn't normal. But it was amazing. It was a really good first experience. And then it just kind of kept growing from there. So
So can you remember your very first party that you actually threw? And but what was your?
Actually, I'm sorry. Okay, so I do remember the first party I actually. Okay, so
how did it go? Was it a thumbs up? Or was it
It's a good story. So these guys have this magazine called Frank 151, and it was I feel around the year 2000, let's say maybe. Yeah, around that time actually. That might be the year. So. They were very smart and very ahead of their time, and they hit me up and were, we want you to host our party with us. And I had been doing the door mostly at all these nightclubs, the hottest parties, and I was doing the door everywhere, sometimes 7 nights a week. So I sent it was by my friend's house. I sent her. I'm like, go check out this party, see if I should do it. She gave me the 411. She's like, yeah, it's okay, they need you. So I agreed to do it the next week, and it'd be 200 people. Great vibe, whatever. The second week was something like 400 or 500 people. The next week was 1,000 people. And then the next week Puffy came and bought the entire bar. It was just that was it, and the rest. And then from there, I did the Party Lotus after that, which was really, really, really successful in New York. Probably the best party of that whole era was Lotus.
So you got this. You got it down to a science. What do you think is your recipe for a good party?
For instance, my birthday party, which you were at, I loved because I don't like one of anything. So I don't like when it's one type of person. I love it when it's a mixture of people. I have my entire career. I base all my parties off this fictitious night in my head of in New York in the early 80s when Keith Haring was there and Basquiat and Madonna and Andy Warhol. But I also see a Wall Street guy that's on cocaine, and the busboy is there also in the dance floor having a great time. So it's kind of I base it off of no, doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, just if you're there, cool, basically. And, you know, you could be someone that is dancing on the dance floor and then a year later you perform in Madison Square Garden. You know, like, I like all of that, like, you know, kind of like, you're not better or worse, you're all the same. Mm-hmm. And also, I don't like when it's all one type of person in the room, so it has to be a mixture of all different types of people, you know?
Okay.
Gay, straight, black, white, all those, like, you know, commas, you know, everything, so.
How the hell do you make your regular party go that much higher?
Well, first of all, I enjoy doing it, that's number one. Right. And, you know, it's, every year I have to challenge myself to do it bigger and better, just better, basically, every year. And, you know, I have to say, it is a lot of pressure, but it's not at all, because I always say, I'll be fine. Everyone's like, what do you do next year? I'm like, I'll be fine. It's y'all that need to worry about it, not me. So, I mean, it is a really great thing that I really enjoy doing. So I think that that's the basis of it, number one. Mm-hmm. And I think people, you know, people like you coming on board, like Frank Gatson graciously helped me this year. People come on board because he's been, basically, if you come one time, you come every year. Like, if you've been once, you never miss it again. People fly in. Yeah. You know, Frank has been there probably about 3 or 4 years, and I asked him this year, you know, would you be willing to help? He's like, I would be honored, first of all, which is, I'm honored, he's honored. And then, you know, because he just really loves the party the way that, he's the kind of person I want to love the party too. Yes. You know, I do it for people like that. And for you, people like us, you know, like, it's just, you know, it's literally for the culture of it all. And, you know, I do it for, in a weird way, it's like giving back to the people that come to my parties all year. And I would say I give them what they want, for sure.
You definitely do. I mean, white horses.
Yes.
Oh,
and I have a good story about that one too. So white horse. We did a Studio 54 themed birthday one year, and the whole time I said I want to come in on a white horse like Bianca Jagger had done in Studio 54. So an intern found the horse, got the horse, did the whole thing, came in through the front door, went through the club and out the front door on the horse, and people's jaws literally hit the ground, and to this day people still talk about that one. Yeah. But I did my research after the fact, and Bianca Jagger never came in on the horse. The horse was in the club, and she just sat on the horse and took pictures. So I may be one of the people that ever came in. Came in on the horse ever. Like, I'm like, all right. Yeah.
And then there was but then you always, like, somehow you always find, I mean, you always get the best artists. I mean, Lil' Kim performed, you got Foxy Brown perform. I mean, you have Chili E this past year. I mean, you've had always just, you've kept the level at such
well, first of all, I think it's cool to use people that are unexpected. You know, it's obvious to use an artist that's like out right now.
Right, like Cardi B.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Love Cardi B, but like, you know, I think people actually expected that. They told me 2 years ago they expected Cardi B, which I don't want to do things expected. Right. So, Lil' Kim and I came out of a spaceship, which was amazing. And then, that Lil' Kim, it like, you know, knows me. It's so exciting to me. Like, I love it. I'm like, oh my God, David, I love you. I'm like, I know I love you. I still, you know, I like being a fan of things. I think it's, you know, I'm not jaded in the least, which I think is amazing because I've been doing this a really long time. Yeah. Like I said, the fact, it still tickles me on the inside when Lil' Kim says hi to me. You know, like, I love that. So, Lil' Kim. You know. But again, the party, I think, is, I do it for the love of it, and it makes me really happy to do it as well. So, you know, like, the fact that Chili and I got to drum together, it's like a childhood dream of mine come true, literally. Yeah. So, you know, like, there's no bad, that's all good, you know? Oh, good. And then just the people's reactions, so I love it. They know, actually in LA, this is the first time I did it in LA. Right. They didn't really know what to expect, but in New York, they know there's going to be a surprise performer, they don't know who it is. So, you know, like, I had Cameron last year, which was like a good, because it threw people off. I basically like to throw people off the whole time. Keep them on their toes.
Now, what made you decide to move to LA?
I don't live in LA currently, first of all, for the record.
What about the maybe just like you can start working more?
I have been 100% bisexual coastal for about 2 years. I like LA right now. It feels good. It feels right for me at the moment. Okay. I think a lot of things are happening here now. It's more. I feel it more. You know, okay. New York love New York, but New York is getting a little. I don't know if it's me or New York. I'm not saying it's New York. Could be me. A little, you know, not amazing at the moment.
Right. So, it's going through a rebirthing process. Hopefully.
I've done a couple interviews, and they asked me like, "Oh, where's the hottest spots in New York City?" And I said they're in Brooklyn and Harlem and the Bronx right now. It's not New York City based, so LA feels like cool at the moment. And I also think too, a 21-year-old in New York, like when we were 21 in New York, it was the place to be.
Right.
I think LA is actually the place to be for a 21-year-old right now. They're going to experience more culturally at the moment, I think, than you can in New York at that age.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. So what would you give, young, aspiring artists and entrepreneurs advice that you can tell them, what mistakes you would make or things
Well,
that
first of all, stick with one thing. Switching around a lot doesn't really work. If you do something for a year, something for 2 years, something for a year, it gets you a lot further to stay with one thing. But we are in the era, the social media era, where people don't want to work.
Right.
And I think if you work at something, you'll definitely succeed at it. There's no way you can't succeed if you stick with one thing and work hard. But people ask me this question all the time. I always say the same thing. Just do you well. Just do yourself well. Whatever that is, if you're yourself and do you well, you'll be fine.
There you have it. The one and only Legendary Damon in building, in the West Coast at that, for now.
Last night?